Hi, we're outside again today because it's daytime and not like, midnight. I'll angle the camera down a little bit once we get to the cards. I'm really glad to be back for the week. Listen, I actually did a reading yesterday for the full week, and but I did it poolside, and the upload I can't upload it to IG and stuff like that. So, at any rate, I will. I'm happy to provide that to you. It's a very raw, uncut situation. I mean, there's no nudity or anything weird like that, but like my daughter like pops in, and I'm talking to my friend Haley. It's a very friendly chat by the side of the pool, and then it gets a little actually pointed and unfriendly as spirit continues to come in, and it talks about. But I did pull the cards actually for us today. So this was the week overview, and then I'll go into the week, the today. We'll go into the energies of today, August 10th, 2020. Kind of moving into August 11th because it's afternoon. So at any rate, I got a brand new deck. It's the Herbal Tarot. Gregory Scott has been reading from this, and I love it. I think it's a great deck, and I enjoy it because part of what I'm trying to do in my studies and whatnot as a nurse is I will be moving my practice into herbalism and medical intuitive, that kind of stuff, to incorporate tarot, astrology, your birth chart, all kinds of things that are a part of a whole person and a whole person perspective in terms of how to help people with the various issues that are coming up. So, at any rate, these are a really fantastic deck. They're made in Italy. But there's the Two of Cups came up these are all tones for the week. So the Two of Cups is the one that came up, and the Uva Ursi is the featured flower that's involved in this particular cup card. And you have the Caduceus. So this is a very healing kind of card, and what it is it's a card like it's an anti-diuretic, it's an anti-diabetic. So as I read what I read on this, and like I said, if you want access to that video that I did yesterday, I am happy to provide that to you. Just hit me up, direct message me through Facebook or Instagram, or just directly email me at lisa.loring@gmail.com. So it's my first name dot my last name, Lorin, as in Nancy G, and I will send that to you free of charge. It's fine, or I don't know, maybe like $5. There you go. $5. They're $5. They're not free. They're $5. It's a pretty cool video, and it'll go into more depth than what I'm going to go into here, and has some really good information. But so at any rate, we've got the Two of Cups here, and this is a very healing card. It is a card of I like the healing part. I like that they're using the Uvi Ursai because if you think about an anti-diabetic, it's bringing balance into your blood system. So it's kind of like bringing reality to, you think, oh, the Two of Cups, romance, flowers, and that's true. That's a huge part of what having a relationship is. But there's the other equally large component is making your relationships real. Like, what doesn't feel real in your relationships? This is something that will give an infusion of reality and balance into a relationship that maybe is unbalanced, that there is lack of equality, to bringing it to a higher level. So this is a higher love. This is a healing kind of, using your relationship as something that heals and helps you in your personal development, to constantly work with that balance, to work with your partner, or any kind of situation. This doesn't have to just be romance and a relationship kind of thing. It can be any kind of relationship, any kind of partnership, a business partnership, your relationship to your work. It can be anything in your general life, your relationship to your health. You see the Caduceus there. So this is definitely a very health-focused card. And anti-diabetic, so it's taking out the saccharin and bringing the reality back into relationships. That's kind of the read I had on that. Unconditional love. Like, what's the most real relationship you have in your life? This is about finding your tribe. That came up for me, and I speak to that in that original take on this read. So the other two cards that came up together were the Strength card and the Ace of Wands. So the strength card in this one, Cayenne, like this is like, this is giving you a lot of power. And I love how she's actually, this is very unusual take on the strength card. This card has her pushing something over. So she's actually has the strength to actually push some weird structure that doesn't seem to belong in this picture out of the way. And I didn't really speak to that in the original take, but I'm speaking to it now. And she's got the strength to, but she's really not working that hard to push it over. Like whatever it is, you have the strength to meet whatever is crumbling around you, or to move things that just don't fit in the picture out of the way. Again, the things that are just not real. Like look around her. Like there's no structures. She's pushing away a structure to create something new, create space for something new. There's another, take on I didn't express in my first read. What I did speak to though were the colors that these people are all wearing. And these are the colors of the throat chakra, which is the color that this lady's wearing, the turquoise. So her voice is coming in. So I love how it's the woman who's actually, so the divine feminine voice. So we all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine in all parts of us, no matter what your gender is, however you identify. We have a feminine and a masculine, that yin and yang, receiving as well as action energy in all of us. And I like the way the divine feminine, so we're actually listening to that feminine, so we're opening our, one of the things I talk about a lot and I work with in my own practices is the throat chakra is not just about speaking. It's actually about listening. A huge part of communication is listening. So listening to the intuition and speaking from the heart in that place. And he is dressed in the purple, which is the intuition. So it's listening to your intuition to help you speak from your heart, which is the most real way to speak, and the real way to communicate, the real way to connect. These people are very connected. They're trying to, they're creating a connection. And this Uvet or Sai is creating a connection that's real. It's not overly saccharine. And then, of course, we have this Cayenne. So we have the strength to meet it. We have the strength to break down the structures of what was, to live in a garden that's spicy. It's passionate. All right? That's another tone for the week. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Oh, that's Cayenne, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So we have the Ace of Wands. So these came out together, the Strength card and the Ace of Wands. And this is a gift from the God. This is a gift of passion. It's an infusion of passion and a fusion of drive toward and courage, toward going for what you want, for actually doing what this woman is doing. She's wearing that purple. She's wearing her intuition. She's also wearing red, which is, Mars. This is the Mars is really strong this week. He's going to be going retrograde soon for a lot of the year, probably till, I think, November. Yeah. So this is an infusion from the gods. This is actually strength from heaven, from the divine, our divine wisdom. There's wisdom. See all that glow of yellow coming down from the sky. Passion, it's infusion, it's conviction. Okay. Yarrow, I don't remember exactly. I mean, Cayenne is a duh, it's going to spice up anything, right? In a good way. Spice up your life. Infuse your life with color. So Yarrow, I didn't forget about what that meant. It was pretty cool, though. It's a diaphoretic, astringent, vulnerary, antispasmodic. Oh, yeah. Relief, that's what it was. I know what it was on this one. So the yarrow is actually really, really good for helping with menstrual cramps. So, cramping is in the low belly for women, right? You get those menstrual cramps. So, this is in the creative chakra. This is your sacral, your sacral chakra. Hello, the seat of creativity. It's where all the genitalia are, male and female, and this is like releasing and opening up and calming that area down. so you can be creative, so you can hear the things that you truly desire, and you can break away from things that you do not desire, that are actually restricting you and holding you back. What's restrictive? The more you continue to try to put things in a weird box, the less you're going to be able to be creative and be here. And then the Seven of Swords was what came up last. This is lies. This is deception. Were you deceiving yourself? Are you refusing to look away or to look toward things that, or to understand that things have changed? Are you refusing to open yourself to transformation? Yeah. And one of the things, what's running in your blood that you're refusing to actually pay attention to? There's storm clouds on the horizon. So you've got two things that are stuck in the ground. We're not moving. And then you have these other things that are shooting up above your head. What are you ignoring? You're ignoring that there's a storm on the horizon. See that storm on the horizon? Are you creating that by lying to yourself? Thinking things are cool when they're not. You're not going to get away with stuff this week. This is a week of destiny and fate. And you need to address what is in the sky and just right above your head. Just look up for a minute. Change your perspective. Look on the horizon. Pay attention to those storm clouds. You can either keep fucking around, you can keep bullshitting, and keep not following your heart, and be sick at heart and head. This is like a headache, right? Because you're not doing what you want to do, and you're not speaking your truth. And you're following along with what somebody else is telling you. Some role you think you need to play. What are you being so overly protective about? I don't know. That's what came out. Wood Bettany. So I'll come to that. But yeah, this is lies and deception. You need to be straight up and honest. Be impeccable with your word. How much has that come up over the course of last week, right? Be honest. I was talking about in the main video that about how we've got to wear masks now, right? Our mouths are covered. So we have to look with our eyes and take in and perceive what's really going on. To be open. To change. To move away the structures. To work out of the box. I love that. Seven of Swords. So, okay. Wood Bettany, nerve, apparent, cordial, used for nervous affliction. So yeah, you're nervous as when you are doing weird shit that's not in alignment. You know what that feels like. Right? I know what that feels like. When you don't, I felt it this afternoon. I almost said yes to something that I was just no, I don't really want to do that. This week you cannot do that. I caught myself doing it. I almost did something that I did not want to do. I was like, I don't like the feel of it. And that's what I said in the original video. If you don't like the smell of some situation, some feel of it, even if it's on a small scale, this week, you say no to that. Create a different kind of feeling to move it into the place where you really want. Speak from your heart. Listen to your intuition. Okay? So those were the cards. And then the bottom of the deck was the Page of Wands, which, yes, has a person walking off into a new direction. And so, yeah, by speaking your heart and by sticking and holding your line, you might have to walk off by yourself for a little while. You might have to go by yourself and just march to the beat of your own drum. But this shepherd's purse is about, yeah, being your own shepherd, tending your flock. Find your tribe. Go off into the sunset. And yeah, but look, you get sovereignty. The Emperor, master and commander. You got you. He's got the crown chakra as his color. Actually, that's more violet, but this is again, you're tapped into your intuition. You got this. There ain't nothing going to touch the Emperor. You got people who work for him. And then where do you land? The Ten of Cups. You can't get any more lovely than that. Those storm clouds, look, they've become friendly clouds at the beach or at the lake or wherever. And I love how the it's marijuana is the plant for that one. I don't smoke, but there you are. It's good times. Rainbows, golden cups. Looks lovely. Can you speak your heart and land up here? Or are you going to stay here and bullshit? That was the week. So that's the week tone. Let's look at, so I'm going to put those to the side. Let's look at the giant Rider-Waite. So this will be a little bit longer reading because it does incorporate the week, and then we're going to focus on today. We'll focus on today. Drinking some tea. I already had some coffee. I love coffee. Like a lot. Like, it's not even like I don't even get jacked from it. It's not like that kind of thing. I just like coffee. All right, let's put this over here. Don't need a lighter because I have my candle on. All right, I'm going to angle the camera down so we can see the cards that are coming in for today, August 10th. Happy birthday to a person I had a long-standing friendship with. Sheila Collins. Many blessings to you, Sheila. What are the cards on this day? Blessed 10th of August. What's some energies of help inform us? Maybe peek at tomorrow. What are the energies of right now? Being in the present. Being in the present. What are the blessed messages? Thank you for being here. All archangels, my spirit guides, guides of the collective. What are the messages that are here for us today? To work with the best energy that we have, to make the most of today, in love and light, compassion, beauty, sweetness, but not too sweet. This one's coming out. Oh, Nine of Swords. But there are roses on that quilt. I just want to bring your attention to that. Everybody knows the Nine of Swords is not a good-looking card, right? But that might be where you feel like you're at today. I know somebody close to me woke up feeling very distressed today. Yeah, we're going to take this one. Justice. Something's coming into balance, like I said. Justice. Do you want to come out? Yes, okay. Ah, but the Ace of Pentacles as well. What do you value? Value yourself, number one. That's a singular coin. Know your worth. What else do we have here? Is there another card that wants to come out on this? I kind of feel like there is. Justice is the major arcana card, our central reading, bringing it into balance. Something's getting justified. Something's getting set to rights. One more card. Ah, that damn Seven of Swords again. I'm not messing with you right now. And at the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So again, we have these really strong wand cards. With the Eight of Wands underneath that, some messages coming in, and the Devil. What are you chained up to? What do you gotta get out of your system? The Hermit, he comes again too. So those are the bottom of the deck ones. So the cards that we've got on the deck, on the table, are the Nine of Swords. So we're in a state of, jeez, definitely twisted up. Not knowing what to do. We might feel pressured. A lot of pressure in the sky right now to change, to set things to right, to be honest, I told you. I told you. Those were the cards from yesterday. Please hit me up if you want that original read. It's very raw. It's a little goofy, but that's okay. I didn't post it not because it was too goofy. I was having trouble. I couldn't post it right to Instagram because it was like a 24-minute thing, and I don't have Facebook on my phone. So anyway, I had recorded it on my phone, but I can definitely get it to you if you want. I can condense it. I might try to get it onto YouTube later. Anyway, this Nine of Swords, yeah, being too much in our heads, being way too much in our heads. Overthinking everything, for fuck's sake. Like I said, listen to your heart. This came out on the week. Listen to your heart. Use your throat chakra not just for talking and talking to yourself. Talk to spirit. Ask spirit and then listen. That's the thing with asking spirit. We don't listen. Spirit's coming through with the answer. Can you get quiet enough to listen? I do that all the time, right? I'd be like, oh yeah, and then I walk off and think that, Spirit's just gonna like drop the answer in front of me like a ton of bricks. Sometimes it does. By the time it does, I've gone too far, right? That sound familiar? I've gone too far, and I'm running off with some swords, and I've left you behind me, that kind of thing. So, this is us being way too much in our heads. Having conversations with people who aren't, and rather than having them in our heads, rather than with them, and getting so fatoots that we're making ourselves sick and up at night with a headache. What did I say about this card? This is a headache. You get like stabbed in the head. Stabbed in the head. Get honest. Be honest. Be clear. Set your boundaries. Boundaries aren't bad. Boundaries can be moved. But you have to establish some in order to know what to move. And don't be afraid to wield the sword and cut out the bullshit that doesn't belong in your life. And this is not necessarily directed at some external thing. This is the stuff the stuff that's up in your head. Right? We can run some serious rackets on ourselves. All right, so Ace of Pentacles, because know your worth. Your worth speaking your mind. Your worth establishing those boundaries. Your worth holding your line. Holding that fence. That's a beautiful fence. It's not some like hard barbed wire situation back there. It's got and that's what I said. Just look at the boundary. There's a fence where you can walk through if you want, or let in who you want. Sometimes people got to be put outside the fence. I had that conversation earlier. I'm like, that one's outside the fence. That person can't be inside inside heaven. Ace of Pentacles is all about the Garden of Eden. Who's in your Garden of Eden? Who can't come in? Not right now. Not right now. Who's got to go back up to the mountain back there? Right? Where's that mountain? I can't. There's the mountain. Who's got to go back up the mountain, go back to the mountains and sit down and think for a little while? That's okay. What part of you needs to go back up there and hang out for a little while and just be chilling alone, see the blue mountains and listen to your intuition and hang out with spirit? You've got these Easter lilies here in the front. Sign of new life. Because when you do that, when you do give yourself the moment to take it, when you understand your self-worth enough to give yourself that time of rest and stepping back, and you put your needs first in order to be of best service to others, then you are then you have something to give. Then you're giving something to others in a very genuine, golden-hearted way. When you know your gold, then you have gold to share. You hear the messages of the divine. You feel the support of the divine. You are at one with the divine. You're at one with your divine wisdom, the highest version of yourself. You are high vibe. This is coins in the sky. This is high vibe. This is quality. Genuine, bona fide. Or not. He's running away maybe to the circus. Actually, I think he's stealing from the circus. Who's taking away your fun? Ew. Who's taking away your energy and your fun? He's so busy, he's so busy being grasping and devious and in an energy of lack that he can't even, he's not even looking where he's going. He's just going willy-nilly, this guy. He's not paying attention to the storm that's ahead. You're just heading into a shitstorm. But if you are here, you're going to end up King of Wands. Pull in on the King of Wands. You know, control your passions. This guy's got it all pulled together. He looks a little like, usually the King, I love the King of Wands in like the Shadowscape Tarot. He's like super hot. I love how usually the King of Wands is like super hot. Not so much in the Rider-Waite deck. But this one, but he's still holding a staff, very similar to the Ace of Wands that was given to us here. Now, this one hasn't grown its blooms yet, but by the time it gets to the King of Wands, he's got a staff that's eternally blooming. He can make it bloom wherever he plants it. Where do you want to plant that? You've got messages coming in. You've got a lot of opportunities. Lots of messages coming in about opportunity. Fun stuff, passion, but choose wisely. What's got you chained up? So like here, the messages are coming into him so he can make sense of things, right? But not all the messages are good. Who's saying weird stuff to you? Sit and think. I like how this color of the Hermit is very, very similar to those mountains in the background. Sit with the Hermit. Take your time on stuff this week. Don't just do stuff willy-nilly and go off half-cocked, all full of ego, coming from an empty place. I need all of these swords. And don't lie to yourself. Don't look away from the obvious. Because you're looking at some, partnership that, two swords together that really are just two swords stuck in the mud. But really, that shit's not going to ever go anywhere. They're sticking it. We're going to stick here, and this is what we're going to do. Anyway, that's just a take on that, too. I don't know why that's coming up for me. Let's do one more. Let's do a pull from, I got all those cards. So let's come back to the Herbal Tarot. Yeah, I pulled out some other decks, but I think I just want to pull a few cards from the Herbal Tarot on today. Let's see just if they can give us one or two cards on the read for today. I really like these cards. I'm really excited about using them. I really resonated with them right off the bat. That's just the extras. But I have to use the book on this one because it's a really new deck for me. And I am just learning the plants in many, many ways. My grandmother was big into, my Italian grandmother and grandfather were big into gardening, even though they only had a small yard. My grandmother on my dad's side was very into, she knew all the plants and all the birds. I think a lot of, yes, I feel her really strongly coming up right now. Hello, Grandma. And she gave that gift of love to me and my sister and my brother. So what's the card pull on? Any clarification? Any card pulls from the Herbal Tarot? What's the best herbs to work with on the energies of today, August 10th, 2020? What do we have? Queen of Wands. Ooh. Raspberry leaf. Oh, and she has a kitty cat. Pay attention to your cats. My cats have been, my cat energy, not that I don't love them and notice them all the time, but I have been really engaged with their lessons lately and really cognizant of what they're sharing with me. Queen of Wands, also another individual cloaked in, this time she's got that throat chakra color though. And then her red, she's entirely red. She's all root, passion. She also has control of her emotions in a very gracious way. She's very creative, extremely creative. She can make anything out of, she can almost like light fire in her hands, that kind of thing. She's also got a blooming staff, excuse me. Oh, I like that she's wearing a feather. Like she's kind of like a Native American queen. I love that. So again, that native part of you, like coming into that native part of you. Listen to your heart. That feather in her band is pointing straight to heaven. Listen to intuition. Pull in divine wisdom to help you hear your heart better, even if it seems far-fetched. We will feel this week that we will feel that hand of destiny, and we will maybe want to fight it. Go with it. Even if it seems counterintuitive or counterproductive, I should say. Because maybe your intuition is coming just from the mind. It's not coming from the heart. It's just some racket story that you're telling yourself of lack and hurt and bullshit. And just lies. It's not correct. Queen of Wands, so raspberry leaf. Let's know about raspberry leaf. I drink raspberry leaf tea every morning. That's another great one to support uterine health. She is a lovely queen. Astringent. Aids pelvic circulation in female reproductive organs, aids childbirth, anti-inflammatory for fevers, good for nausea and motion sickness. So yeah, if you're feeling a little off balance or not in balance, right? Here's our central card of the reading. Be honest. This is a major arcana one. This is not a temporary energy. This is an overriding energy. As a major arcana, be honest. Okay, listen to yourself. She's also dressed in red. Listen to your heart. Listen to your root chakra. I could get really graphic on that, but I'm not going to. Just look into, pay attention to your root. A warm, sensual woman. Sensuality. The need to attract creative opportunities in one's life. Get creative. Don't just hang around with people who are the same old, who really are just milquetoast, for lack of a better expression. And if you don't know what milquetoast is, look it up. It's milquetoast. And they're people who just are, they're really just, they're basic. Basic bitches. They're basic. They're not, they really aren't that substantial. They don't have verve. There was that cayenne pepper that came in over the week. Where's the cayenne in your life? Where's the spice? Or are you just doing in situations that are just more of the same? Or do you think that they're more of the same? Look at that. What's actually going on? Be honest. What's actually going on? Are you telling yourself that something is what it's not? That your current, look at all the situations. What is the lens that you're looking through? Are you looking through something cleaned up and shiny? Like, have you cleaned your eyes out? Have you cleaned up your thoughts? Have you done that detox? Detox from your thoughts. There's thoughts, right? Messages coming in. But usually, your thoughts. Detox. There they are. Don't let your thoughts run you. I can't emphasize enough. Things are not what you think they are. Open your eyes. Get creative. Look at things with a really true balanced perspective. Dare to do that. Dare to be honest. All right. I got to go. I want to upload this. I want to do some yoga, and then I'm going to go to work. But I love you. And thanks for joining me. Hit me up if you want a private reading. If you're in Austin, Texas, you can come hang out with me on the porch. I'll do a reading for you. I'll COVID up. Or I can do it virtual. Talk to you later.